After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 173. It is September 21st, 2015. We are sitting in the PHN Woman Cave.
We are podcasting much earlier than anticipated.
Yes, because...
Well, later day-wise, earlier in the day.
2 days late. No, yes, 2 days late and 3 hours early, about. My husband's getting ready to paint the upstairs bedroom, so we're not going to eat lunch for another couple hours, so we flipped our schedule a little bit. Well, welcome to the PHN Woman Cave. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Yes.
You can mostly find me on Ravelry and on Instagram.
And that's basically where you can find me as well, unless you happen to be a writer involved with my writer sites. And then you might see me as Marlisha or Shadowlight. It is fall.
Yay,
It's fall. I'm so excited. We went to retreat in the summer, and we came back in the fall. We were gone that long. You didn't realize that long. But we had a wonderful time. Thank you for all your prayers and thoughts and good wishes.
We had you in our thoughts.
And our prayers. I had a little piece of paper with everybody's names and intentions and just the PHNers in general, as well as some other people in general. I had it in the pouch I was carrying my money in around my neck. So I had it with me whenever I went anywhere. Yes, moving on. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're very happy to have you with us. We have quite a few official newcomers, which is exciting. And we're very excited to have those of you back who have come back for another episode. But let's welcome those who have joined officially. There is Lady Bow Hunter WT, who is Linda. Welcome, Linda. Aqua Knit, who is Natalia. Welcome, Natalia. Missy Can Crochet, who is Missy. Welcome, Missy. J Knits 51, who is Jody. Welcome, Jody. I think this is Joycey. Joycey G 57. Stop it.
I made me think of the song.
I don't care.
Have you guys ever seen the musical Assassins?
No. Now, Joycey G 57. She's Joyce. Welcome, Joyce. And then Knitting for You Too. I love the way
Knitting
she
for Me Too?
Yes, I want. Give me. Knitting for You Too, who is Linda. Welcome, Linda. Welcome, all
or is
of
she
you.
knitting for the group?
I don't know. Maybe she is.
Maybe she's sending YouTube
it's
fan
not
mail.
spelled that way.
Oh, yeah. She could be.
Yes, she could be. Welcome to all of you. We're glad to have you with us. Very excited that you are now official.
Yes,
and
thank
can
you.
take part in all the fun stuff that we do. And, well, you can always take part in it. You just can't win anything if you're not part of the group. So if you are still in the shadows, I will put out my weekly invitation. Please feel free to come.
Apparently caught a few people in the shower last time.
I know. That made me laugh. Made me giggle. If you are still in the shadows.
Or in the
shower. If you just are new to the shadows even, and you want to join us, we'd love to have you with us officially so that you can take part and be eligible for prizes. Love to have you with us. We have drawn for the 500-member draw, for the 500-member prizes. Very exciting. Yay, exciting.
Indeed.
I've locked the thread. Cannot put anything else in there, but we love the little stories about how you found us.
I thoroughly enjoyed reading
that. That was really great. We didn't want to put in comments because we didn't want to mess up everything, so we just hit like. But we read them all. So without any further ado.
I loved Allison's super long post.
Oh, that was great. I loved it. Allison is so funny. It made me happy. Allison. I don't know why I bother Allison. We always mention Allison.
I always bother Allison. I enjoy bothering Allison.
I know you do.
Allison, I will get back to you about that recipe thing.
Recipe thing? I want recipe things.
You'll hear about it. We'll talk about it later.
How come she gets to hear about recipe things before
She
I
knows
do?
what I'm talking about.
Allison, I'm upset. You're supposed to tell me when she does these things. Anyway, moving along. Are you going to let me draw prizes, or are you going to keep...
No.
Stop it.
Draw prizes. I'm not stopping
Do
you.
you have something to say? Because obviously you can't wait to say it.
Go ahead.
Okay. The first prize winner I pulled was number 6, okay? And she won the Silver Shed large size PHN bag, the gray. And this is Grammy Knitterbug, who is Karen. Okay,
Yay!
so Karen, when you see this, or if you see the ear burn, please send it to me, your address, because Ty's going to be going back to work next week, so it's better to send it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get this out to you as soon as we can. It is a very nice large size Silver Shed bag. It is the PHN.
Although actually, Mom, considering the fact that I'm sending it through stamps.com, it really doesn't matter who they send it to
That's
because
true.
I'm the one who has to send it eventually anyway.
That's true. So if you want to send it to Ty, that's fine as well. But
because of my business, I got a subscription to stamps.com, which means I can just send it through the mail. The mailman can come and pick up the packages. But since it's my account, I'm the one who handles all the postage.
okay.
So,
Grammy Knitterbug, Karen, number 6. Please let us know. Send Ty your address, all your pertinent information, with your legal name, so we can send it out to you without...
versus your illegal name.
We don't want to send that to Karen Grammy Knitterbug. We want to send that to Karen, whoever you are. Okay, so that's this. Very nice prize. The second prize is the sweater quantity of yarn from Cascade 220 paints in purples and blues, and some of them are already caked up, and yes, you see stitch markers there. We will take those out before we send it to you, because I started a swatch, but it's all still there. And the person who got this is number 45, who's Lily Maya, and that's Teresa. So Teresa, when you hear the ear burn for this, or you hear the podcast, send us your name and address, all your pertinent information, and we will get this out to you as soon as possible. This is a really nice yarn. I think you'll like working with it. I hope you like blue and purple, or pink, or whatever that color is. Okay.
If not, oops, it's a bunny.
Okay. The last prize winner for the 500 members is for this lovely red yarn, and there's quite a bit of this. I believe it's bulky weight.
It's like a reddish, burgundy-ish. It's really pretty.
It's bulky weight. It's Highland chunky.
Maybe a brick. No, it's not quite a brick.
Maybe a wine or a burgundy. And each skein has 76 yards, and I think there's like 8 skeins or something like that in here. I don't know exactly how many, but it's enough to make a nice project. So this was donated by Maria Wilhelmina.
And it's perfect for fall.
It's a perfect fall color thing. And I know you're saying, all right, who won it already? Number 57, if you haven't already looked it up, is Aquaknit, who is Natalia.
And she's new.
She's new. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. You get a prize. See what happens when you come out of the shadows? Okay. So this is for Natalia. Natalia, please get your name and address to us, and we will send this out to you as soon as we can. We want to congratulate all the winners. We want to thank all of you who participated. We thank you for making the past 3.5 years, 500 members, however many episodes, so much fun.
Well, it's 173 episodes.
173 episodes. Mm-hmm. See, I forgot already.
Although I'm sure we have like a bonus one here or there.
Oh, I'm sure we do. But
official count 173.
Yeah. Okay. So
What's
that's
in your mug?
I don't have a mug today. I have this. I guess it's a travel mug. I have my fancy chai tea in here. My good stuff.
Fancy. In my, I call this my Stages of Nightwing mug. I mean, I guess it could be just Robin,
How about Stages
Nightwing,
of Grayson?
and Batman. Stages of Grayson Network.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, he starts out as Robin, and that's definitely Dick Grayson Robin because that's the one with the collar. Then he becomes Nightwing, and then for a little while, he's Batman before he goes back to being Nightwing. So.
And we don't like it when he becomes a spy. He's Nightwing.
Yeah. And besides, this Batman is definitely the Dick Grayson Batman. He's too slight to be Bruce Wayne's Batman.
Right. Or even Azrael, or whatever his name was.
Well,
Azbat.
Azrael had as Azbat had that whole different costume as
Oh,
well.
did he? I forget that. Okay.
It had like it's a whole different costume. It's got red in it and
Okay. All right, so we want to congratulate all the winners for everything.
in my mug. There's actually tea in my mug.
What do you expect?
Well, I didn't say what was in it. I just
Oh.
said describe the mug.
Well, I thought there were bat people in there.
Yorkshire tea.
I told you we would get, now I forgot her name again. She's going to laugh at me. I told you we'd get her out if we did the Na 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 Batman song.
Oh yes. Blast it anyhow.
Every time I think about her, I forget her name, and I know what it is. I know what it is, and it makes me irritated. But she's sweet, and I like the fact that she's a Batman person.
Na 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 na
Na,
na
na,
na
na,
na
na,
na
na,
na
na,
Batman. We're thinking about you.
Yes, we're thinking about you.
Blast, why can't I remember her name?
She's a sweetheart.
I know.
Okay, they're probably shouting at us.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so do you have any cardiac stuff, or are we going to go right into
Baby hats first.
baby hats?
Delivered a whole batch of baby hats right before we went on retreat. And then I came home and found one on my floor.
Oh!
So that little baby hat will go in the next set.
Who did it belong to?
I don't know.
Well, it couldn't have been Brittany's because they were all on set, and it couldn't have been the other lady who sent all on the set. Who sent
Blair.
like just a few?
Oh,
Blair, that's right. She sent.
I can't.
Because those were all in plastic.
Yeah. I can't remember whose it came from. It was a little purple hat.
Was it crocheted or knitted?
I can't remember. I had to take a look at the hat. It'll get delivered in the
It'll
next
get delivered.
batch.
It wanted to go all by itself.
I thought I got them all. Must have fallen out of the backpack.
It wanted to go all by itself. It wanted to be the center of attention.
It must have been. But baby hats will now be going split like every other delivery or whatever between the hospital and the pregnancy center.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, this is no pressure on anybody. If you prefer to do only the hospital, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's baby hats, or if you decide you have some extra baby blankets or baby sweaters or anything like that that you want to give to the pregnancy, those will probably go to the pregnancy center.
Yeah, pregnancy center can take anything that's baby related.
Up to 2
years old.
Up to 2 years.
So, if you don't particularly like making baby hats, but you just want to send something baby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't want to send anything at all, it's fine too.
No, we're just
But
giving you options.
We're
not, saying you must do this. No, we're not trying to guilt you into anything. This is totally, entirely up to you. You guys have been extremely generous already, and we're very, very grateful. And I know that our hospital is very thankful, and I know the pregnancy center will be very grateful for whatever we can give them, as you decide to do. If you decide to do, we leave that up to you.
Yes.
But we are very grateful for your generosity so far.
The donations so far have been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And I know that the hospital has been very grateful. Cardiac ride-along. Well, we're starting to ease into the end of that. Mm-hmm. It'll be going until the end of September. It's been running since July 1st. Main most important rule for cardiac ride-along?
Red.
Have some red.
The person who did the Bakery Bear with the little
red sweater, you're fine.
I did answer you there, but yes, it was fine. It's perfect.
You had a portion of red.
It was actually for a Bakery Bear. That's a lot of red.
Yeah, that is a lot of red for a Bakery Bear.
So yeah.
And if something looks red and doesn't quite show up right in your picture, we're gonna trust you.
We're gonna trust you. You guys are extremely honest, and I've had people get back to me and say that this wasn't the way it was, blah 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 blah. For whatever it was, I can't remember offhand an incident, but I remember somebody coming back to me with an issue like that, and it was fine. You guys are just very honest, and we trust you.
I'm not going to be the red police.
No, I mean, if it's obvious, like it's black, then yeah, we're gonna do something about that. But if you have red in it, a fair amount of red, not like one stripe, but if you have a fair amount of red in it, we're gonna count it. And if it looks red to you, cameras can be tricky. We can't tell if it's not red.
I mean, yeah, sometimes flashes will make things look washed out, or we all have had issues with cameras before.
And we trust you guys, so it's no big deal.
Okay. Let's see. We are doing this along with Tanya Marie of the Sampler Girl podcast and Ken of the Turbo Knitter podcast. That's Turbo Knitter 64. And then Packing Knits 1 of the Packing Knits Design Group. Double, triple, whatever number dipping is fine. Just follow the rules of the individual group in which you are dipping. because rules may vary between the groups. I think Kenneth might be drawing each.
He does that each month.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Hearts of Fire Yarn, there's no more pre-orders for that, although it's won the prizes. We already went through prizes earlier in the month.
Yeah, you'll see them when you win the winners.
Yeah, because the winning's coming up so soon that there's no point running through them again.
Right.
We thank everyone for their very generous prizes, though.
And
Because that there's so many, running through them all.
Mm-hmm. It'll take a long
It'll
time.
take half the podcast
Yes.
because you guys are all so generous.
We really appreciate you guys are the best.
The bestest.
The bestest.
Um,
Bestest of all the restest. And then some.
The way you become eligible for prizes is to join the Ravelry group.
Of whichever group that you want to win it.
Yes. And post a picture in the Cardiac Read Along thread.
Mm-hmm.
For our group, it's only one WIP work in progress picture. I kicked you guys. Sorry. Per week, and one FO finished object picture per FO per week.
Right. Whenever you finish it.
Yeah. If you have already had a WIP picture earlier in the week for the project, you may still put up an FO picture for the same project.
Right. So if you did a little bit of work on a pair of red socks, and then you finished it at the end of that week, you could still post that FO. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shake the table. FOs.
Stop pushing them, gosh.
Push, shove, tweak, poke. Yes, poke. You have been poked. Facebook poked. No.
I still have like pokes from a year ago from like Harry.
How Harry's funny.
If I poked him back, I think he'd still come back and poke me. He's like 90 years old.
He's 93, I think.
Is he?
He's great. He's one of my. I consider him to be a writing mentor, and he's fantastic. Very, very intelligent and very creative.
And he's 90-something years old and on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the read along.
It's a knitting and crocheting podcast.
Projects must not be finished prior to July. Yes, projects must not be finished prior to July 1st when the read along started.
Mm-hmm.
Although they do not have to be finished before September 30th. It does not matter when you start the project, just as long as it is not finished prior to the along.
As Nikki says, Nikki 18229, she says, I don't care if you started 50 years ago, as long as you work on it.
If I started it 50 years ago,
I can't start it 50 years ago. I could. But
you could have.
It'd be,
you cute baby.
Yeah. I would have been 4 or.
Yeah, you could have done
like
it.
That. Yeah, not some of the complex stuff.
Well, she didn't say it had to be complex.
Yeah, Nikki KKI 18229. Okay. All right. We have. Are you still?
I'm just, the only thing I'm going to really hit for the Cardiac Read Along this time is, again, going to emphasize the American Heart Association. I just did my ACLS retrain. ACLS is where we know how to basically save people's lives in the hospital. When someone goes unconscious, American Heart Association teaches healthcare professionals what steps to take to bring that person back. And it certifies us as being competent to bring someone back and make sure that we understand what we're doing. So American Heart Association, very good association. I looked at their website actually on the Franciscan Gypsy Designs blog. I linked to their website. They have resources on eating better. They have resources on diets planning, which is eating better.
You're chewing your cabbage.
They have resources that talk about heart failure, stroke, not just for the healthcare professional, at the layperson level, as well as they're providing the most recent research to healthcare professionals in the area of cardiac and cardiovascular health. And they also, like I said, certify not only healthcare professionals to do what we do in saving lives, they also certify lay people if they want to know how to do CPR and feel competent and confident to do so. They will certify you. Your basic BLS, which is basic life support certification, anyone can do.
Isn't that in conjunction a lot of times with your first aid training?
I think a lot of times it isn't.
Yeah.
But first aid is generally
more
done
general
by Red Cross. Mm-hmm. And Red Cross can certify for CPR. Gold standard is American Heart
When
Association,
I-
at least in the hospital.
When I was certified for CPR, it was through the Red Cross with the basic first aid.
I am a big advocate for American Heart Association. American Heart Association, this is what they do.
Right.
They are phenomenal, and they are the gold standard.
And usually with the Red Cross, I mean, I was a child care provider, home-based child care provider, so this was something we had to take. So it was more of a general, knowledge of how to do things.
But if you just want a little bit of extra knowledge for CPR, I would say check out American Heart Association. Kind of in conjunction with that, all my patterns during the period of the time of the cardiac ride-along, the proceeds are going to the American Heart Association. And all you have to do is look at their website to see what an amazing organization it is. I don't usually go off on an organization like this, just this gung-ho for it, but I have seen it in action. I have just seen what a benefit it is, more than any other organization I've seen, actually.
So if you know anybody who's looking for toy patterns or whatever, and they're interested, they like causes and things like that, let them know maybe to consider looking at these toys.
Heavens, if you just want to go and donate to American Heart Association straight out,
Right.
they're awesome.
Right, however it is, but if they are looking for a toy,
Yeah.
you might point them in that direction, and then they can make the decision themselves if they want to do that for about, what is it, another week or so?
Until
Yeah.
the end of the month.
Just, I'm touting Talia's toys, but with the idea that all goes toward the American Heart Association. If they don't want to have to worry about, finding the address, blah, 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 they can, pick up a pattern or give somebody a pattern, and it'll be taken care of. It'll go directly to the American Heart Association.
Very, very good organization. I highly suggest you go and check out their website. And they are actually going to be putting out, I think it's sometime next month, they're supposed to be releasing the new guidelines for ACLS. I got recertified right before the new guidelines came out.
So that's kind of strange.
I'll probably look at their update on the website, but the new guidelines are becoming out. I guess it'll be for next year, technically.
Now you might hear some noise in the background.
It's himself.
My husband's getting ready to paint upstairs, so you might hear him walking around. You might hear upstairs because my bedroom is kind of around upstairs here, but so okay.
But yeah, that's my touting American Heart Association.
Okay. They are awesome. Before we get into the projects, I do want to say that the Toy Along will be beginning October 1st, which is coming up.
Yay!
We have 3 co-hosts who are wonderful. We have a
lot of exciting things going on.
Yes, we have 2 things coming up. We have, first of all, the Toy Along, which is our baby, which I'm getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
We have Victorian Studio, who is Maureen, and her Victorian Studio podcast. She's a co-host with us, and she's lovely. And we have Mary from she's Pharmaceuticals from the Yarnaceuticals podcast, and she's very lovely. She's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be co-hosting with us, as is, and I always get her name wrong, Black Horse, who is Kim.
The only reason why I remember her name is because of the song Black Horse and the Cherry Tree.
Okay, I don't know that song.
I'm pretty sure it's Black Horse and the Cherry Tree.
Well, anyway, Black Horse, and she's from Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn podcast.
Or I could think of Dr. Harpo.
You're going to confuse them, and they're not going to know who to go to if they want a triple and quadruple dip. Mary, who's Black Horse, Kim, who's Black Horse, from Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn. So they are our 3 lovely co-hosts. That means you'll have 4 ways to dip. You can quadruple dip if you're involved with all groups.
You meet Dipper.
Yes, Dipper. And we already have some wonderful prizes coming in. You saw a couple last week.
Mm-hmm.
I heard from Laura Smoot, who is Spinning Laura from, I think is it Laura Smoot Designs?
I think it might be.
I think it's Laura Smoot Designs. It'll be in the notes. But she has donated 3 patterns, 1 for each of 3 lucky winners, and you'll get to choose what you want. So take a look at her stuff. That's for the Toy Along, but take a look if you're, you can kind of get an idea of what you want.
Yeah.
So, when that comes.
And we'll be seeing her at SVFF.
Right. Now
Shenandoah Valley Festival.
We are doing something a little different this year. We are actually co-hosting another along in October at the same time, which we have not done before. Denise, who is the Knitting Den from the Knitting Den podcast.
Well, there's some background that needs to be done. Originally, Denise...
I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Denise and Kathy of what used to be
Knit Nerd.
the Knit Nerd podcast. They would run this together. Kathy's sister died of breast cancer, and this was something that was really close to Kathy's heart.
Right.
But for personal reasons, Kathy was unable to continue podcasting. I think it's been a year now.
At least, yeah.
No, not quite, because she did last Pinktober.
Yes, she did.
Yes,
she did.
She finished the sweater along with us.
But she barely finished the sweater
Yeah.
long.
So she hasn't been gone as a podcaster that long.
About 9 months.
So Denise is continuing with Pinktober, and she asked us to join her, which we really wanted to because Kathy is a friend.
Kathy is a friend. We also have history of breast cancer in our family, so
it just seemed appropriate to have two friends of Kathy's
do it.
do the along.
Yeah.
And we'll be thinking of you, Kathy, and thinking of your sister, and we
Right.
need to make sure we tag Kathy.
Yeah, Knit Nerd.
Uh,
And that'll be only for October,
yes.
but you will be able to double dip in our group and in Denise's as long as you're in both groups.
And we're thinking that our prize will be the Pinktober, not Pinktober, the pink,
It's the
knit pink,
for
crochet
for
pink.
the cancer. Yeah. Well, what'll happen is the winner can choose which one.
Yeah, knit pink or crochet
Either
pink.
the knit or the crochet.
Because this is a secondary one for us.
Right.
But we still really wanted to be involved.
Mhm.
And it's Pinktober, but it can also be, we were joking, it'd be the Hunt for Pink
The Hunt for
October.
Pink October, which if you're a movie fan, you know that's a reference to the Hunt for Red October.
I
Okay.
like Hunt for Red October.
I do too. But I always like Sean Connery.
You see, I like Sean Connery, but I also, I can never remember his name.
Alec Baldwin?
I actually don't care about Alec Baldwin. I like the guy who played the submarine captain. We've seen
I
him.
thought that was Sean Connery.
No, the American submarine captain.
Oh, right. Mhm. I can't remember.
We've seen him in
Scott Glenn?
Yes,
Yes.
I've always liked Scott Glenn.
Yes.
So in Silverado, and the other thing I've seen him in, he played Stick in Daredevil.
Okay, he was a
Stick.
stick.
No, Stick is Daredevil's blind martial arts teacher.
Okay, I never met him.
And
I mean, I know a lot. I love Daredevil, but I've never met his teacher.
he's an intense character, and love Scott Glenn. He was perfect.
He's very
very
understated,
understated.
and I like him a lot. I tend to like understated people, like Scott Glenn, like the guy who plays Hawkeye.
Here, stop that. You're shaking them.
Bouncy,
bouncy.
They don't want to bounce?
We're on a bouncy castle.
All right, well, maybe we should move on.
Okay.
We are over almost 30 minutes.
We're not looking at time. We don't care about time. Time non-existent. La.
My point is we should get into knitting and crocheting.
Sorry, I'm channeling my friend from California.
You have no friends. Paul
um,
doesn't do that.
oh, yes, he does. Or he used to 10 years ago.
Oh, well, 10 years ago.
I haven't-
Oh, yeah, 10 years ago.
Although, yeah. He doesn't watch his podcast.
He asks about it, though.
He does.
He's very supportive and very interested from 2,000, 3,000 miles away.
Yes. Anyway, we're done with the read along. We talked about Pinktober. I guess that brings us into
Speaking of Paul.
Polly. Oh, Polly.
Polly, very proud of you for
Taking up the challenge.
he took up the challenge with a vengeance.
He accepted that gauntlet and he went with it.
He's done with the head. He's working on the shell.
Oh, I love your colors for shell. Is that Blacklight,
I
Polly?
haven't seen the shell. Did he do it on Instagram?
No, it's on his project page. He's
Okay.
doing part of the shell.
He
It's
said-
bright colored. It's awesome. I love it, Polly.
He said that he was running out of yarn. I said, yeah, I would have been surprised if he hadn't been. But he said he's going to go slow because of, to save his hands. I said, and Polly, I mentioned this in the response, but in case you haven't seen it, I have to do that with the turtle. Ty has to do it with the turtle. It's just a big animal to go round and round. So yes, take your time. We don't want you to hurt your hands.
And don't
doing
worry,
things.
there is a light at the end of the turtle shell.
It's called the turtle tunnel.
the turtle tunnel.
The end of the turtle tunnel. So you're doing great. We're very proud of you for taking up the gauntlet. Yay, Polly.
We are so proud of you, Polly.
very proud of you. Okay, and he's Polly 81, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I had to
Okay.
get that in.
So, how many for you?
6.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Kind of 7, but it's mostly 6.
Well, you need to go first if you have kind of 7.
Actually, I can't. 7's conjunction something else. But
You still have 7. Even if it's at the tail end.
I mean, it has to be really tail.
Well, so it has to be really tail.
Okay. First one, it's a bag. You've been seeing this bag for a long, long time. I thought I would have this finished, but I ran out of yarn.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
So I got the yarn in today, which you will not be able to see. And I hope I will finish it.
But you will finish it?
Soon.
You hope you will finish it?
Soon. But you still don't get to see this until a predetermined time.
She's just being mean about it.
Yes. This is brought to you by Silver Shed.
As all mysteries are. Almost all of them.
And yes.
Anne Brody's fantastic.
Yes. And this is her frog bag. It was actually my first Silver Shed bag. Yeah.
Did I give you your first one, or did you buy it yourself?
I bought my first one.
Okay.
Yes. And this is XX large size.
Okay.
It's funny.
My first one is, well, let me find it first. I think it's in this one. This is.
I haven't lost it. I just can't find it.
As you know, you've seen this bag multiple times. This is my Davina bag, my Davina owl bag. Cute little
And who
owl.
made that bag?
This is a Ploverbird bag. It's her medium bag. And this is my Lothlorien shawl, which didn't have as much progress on it as I thought it might. Oh, I've lost my protector. There it is. I didn't do as much work on this because I was afraid that if I did the work in the car, I wouldn't be able to weigh it. But here you can see I did.
You're showing. Oh, there is the wrong side.
This is.
Here, just unclip thingies. Excuse me.
By thingies, she means the needles.
The thingies.
So you see, it's got the shape. I love the way.
Oh,
this is
look at that
working.
color.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful, beautiful shawl.
What's the colorway?
This is Pangea.
Because I would have called it turquoise.
It's Pangea colorway. It's Miss Babs Yowza, and it's the Way at 3
Or
shawl
Lady of the Lake.
by Susan B. Anderson. I'm calling it the Lothlorien.
I know,
shawl.
no, what's just for curiosity? What's the name of the Lady of the Lake for who has to do in the Arthurian legends?
Yeah. Well, her name is Lady of the Lake.
No, but it's begins with an N.
Oh, I don't know.
Nimmer?
Well, we'll figure it later.
Shout it at me, somebody.
These are size 8s, US 8s, 5 millimeters, Chaigu red, and I love this. I started this for the Bakery Bear's favorite color along, which I didn't finish, but that's okay. I got several started for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, my next one, I showed that one, is in the Silver Shed Bat Bag. Bat Bag. This is a soft knit shawl by Kay, who is Bryony Bear.
KF Jones.
And
Who, by the way, has a lovely shawl that she just put out, teasing us, Kay.
Yes.
She put it out, but we can't buy it yet.
No, I think it's being tested right
It is
now.
being tested. She was needing a tester, and I think it was snapped up like that.
Yeah. Well, I think she also had someone in mind.
Well, she said that she only needed one tester, and she put it out there. So,
Okay.
I'm
in the middle of a row. I wasn't sure if I was or not. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the colorway Bullfinch. It was started for the braid along, although I knew right well that I wouldn't finish it in time. Whoops.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny. There we go. I love the way this works up.
I love the way that the different. I love the texture to it.
Yes, and let me put it a little closer so you can see the texture. There you go. Now you can see. It's a lovely shawl. I think it'd be lovely in plain yarn too.
Yes. It would be very classic.
It would be.
Yes.
I will have to knit it at some point in plain yarn.
I had to say classic and not classy because that implies that it's not classy, but it is.
I love this shawl. I'm
It's
definitely
gorgeous.
keeping it for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's thoroughly enjoyable to work. Yes, but it's probably going to be a go-to pattern for me. And
I
I
wanna
will
make
have
it
to do
in-
it in plain as
I
well.
want to make it in a bigger yarn though.
But
And I'm hoping that won't change the, the way it is.
I ended up accidentally yarning over at a point where I didn't intend to. I fixed the mistake. The stitches are still loose around that area, but I'm just going to hope it blocks itself out.
That's yours.
But I didn't feel like pulling back several rows to fix it. And I can't even see it anymore. So there. So, yes. I do
Very
love
pretty.
this pattern.
Very pretty.
Did not get as much work done on this as I anticipated at retreat. But there's reasons for that. That bag down.
Okay, this is my cotton candy baby hat project from the Fringe It Fun pattern by our very own George, who is 10 hours or less. And yes, I'm still working on this. Not because it's difficult or anything like that. I've been very distractible, and I also have to be careful with my hands. Oops, it's a bunny. We have to name this Oops, it's a bunny. So I have made some progress. I'm about halfway to where I can, bind off and sew it together. I like this pattern. It's the only reason it's going so slow is because I had several other things
That are
getting more attention. I'm a little uneven in my stitches, in my tension,
That'll fix the time.
but I think it'll be okay. I'm thinking I might crochet an edge at the bottom if it continues uneven, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, because if you crochet an edge, Mom, it'll make it look stretchy.
Well, I have to do something here just to pull it together, and then I'm going to pull this together here. But that was my own fault. That's not the pattern. That's me, new knitter, hat type of thing on my own. So George's pattern is very easy to read. He's got all kinds of suggestions if you want to make it bigger, use different yarns, all that kind of stuff. It's typical George stuff, the things that if you've ever seen George's pattern and use George's patterns, you've come to expect it from him. He's very thorough. He gives you multiple options. I love his patterns. Even though I think this is going to be the first one I actually finished the whole thing. I mean, I've got a mitt here and the hat. Not George's fault. I have Project ADD. Thank you, George. This is great, George. Thank you for making this available. That's a free pattern, so you might want to check it out if you're interested in baby hats.
Indeed. And he has a bunch of other baby
he's got baby
patterns.
hats, baby bibs. He's got regular
I love
hats.
his baby heart blanket.
Is that the one you made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very pretty. I don't think I'm ready to do 3 at a time, so I have to ask George what to do, or maybe to check his pattern.
It tells you.
Yeah, if I want to do just one bulky or something.
It tells you what to do.
Yeah.
Because George is awesome.
George is awesome.
Okay. I wanted to work on Quicksand the Bunny, but I just didn't get around to him.
Mm-hmm.
No toys came with me on retreat.
Mm-mm.
I had a toy-free retreat because I was trying to leave the
We
business at home.
We left the designs. I didn't work on my design in progress either. We left it home because it was retreat.
It was hard to retreat from the toys, but it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things I worked on during retreat was Autumnal Fire, which is the Yowza Way It Shawl 2 by Susan B. Anderson. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza Weta Skein in the colorway Wanna Go Crazy.
I still think that looks like Autumn Fire or something.
It is Autumn Fire.
I thought you said it was in the...
That's the pattern name, is Autumnal Fire.
No, I mean...
the skein. Yeah. I don't know why she called it Wanna Go Crazy. This is my stitch marker.
Pretty owl.
It's an
He
owl.
likes owls.
And it definitely looks like an autumnal fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere near done. It's starting to take its shaping, and it's catching on my hair.
While we're talking about fires, if you're not on the prayer chain, don't worry about this. We had a friend in California who, I'm not going to say her name, she's a private person, but if you could keep this friend and her family in your prayers, she lost her house and everything in it to the wildfire in California.
Yeah.
So they escaped basically with everything that they had on their back. They finally found a rental house, but they really don't have anything. She was unable to make the retreat this year because of the fire. So if you don't mind, if you're on the prayer request and you'd like to pray for people, if you could keep them in your prayers. If you're one who would rather keep them in good wishes, that's fine too. But I know that kind of a thing would be very much appreciated by this person, and I know that we would appreciate it as well. Very difficult with that fire out there in California.
Yeah. So definitely prayers. And I know there's a member in the group who also lost a house
Recently, yes. Yes.
to the same thing, I think.
I don't know. She was about 2 months ago.
So it was early September.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we want to pray for her too. And I'm sorry I don't remember your name. I know I put you in my prayer request book. When
I remember reading the conversation. But
Yeah,
I can't remember the exact name.
And I put it in my prayer request book so she knows that we know who she is.
But yes, on a brighter note, autumnal fire.
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
Watch your pointy sticks. You like have horns.
Happy and pretty.
See, horns and fire.
She's just jealous.
Ha!
Okay.
Okay.
You.
All right. This one. You know what this is? It's a silver shed bag, so you know what that means. I can't show you this. Okay. This is.
You can at least tell what the pattern is.
This is catnip. Catnip/Katniss. This is from Talia's Bastet pattern.
It's in testing.
It's in testing, and I did quite a bit of work on this. I cannot show it to you. Yeah. No.
Just turn it so I can see a little.
Yeah. I have to go slowly on this because it's in the round.
But it's not due until early November.
Yeah.
I accidentally told her October.
It's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So this is coming along very nicely. I love the pattern. It's quite easy to follow, and I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm looking forward to finishing it.
If you are a tester for the Bastet pattern, if you are to finish Bastet during the toy along, you can submit Bastet, only the finished object, to the thread. No whip pictures for Bastet, but because she's still in testing, but you can at least post a finished object picture.
So they can do it in a finished object for prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and I'm so excited about hearing people. This is on the bag itself. People telling us which bags they bought and what colors and that kind of thing. I'm really excited. I think there's been 1 or 2 gray, 1 blue. I haven't heard of any red offhand.
No, I haven't heard any red.
But very exciting that you guys like the bag. Makes us happy. We want to.
Look at the red, guys. Look at the red.
We want to support Anne, who is so awesome. Thank you for doing that. We're glad that you like the bags. Makes us happy.
This one's the best one.
I love this one. I love the gray one too. I love the red. I couldn't decide. I actually bought a gray one for a gift. I'm not going to say who it's for because just in case that person decides
To watch.
very unlikely to watch it, I don't want that person to know
That it's for them.
that it's for them. So okay, that's that.
Okay. This one actually got some work done on it unexpectedly. I didn't do it.
Anne is still taking orders, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Anne is still taking orders. I think she's sending out I think she sent out the first orders on the 20th of September, and I think she's doing another batch for October 1st or something like that.
Yeah, so check it out and see.
Check her Etsy shop, which is Silver Shed USA.
Yes, they are there for a limited time.
Yes, so yeah, they are pre-orders. So if you do want one, you have a little bit of time yet, but not much.
Yes. Okay, in the Turtle Ploverbird bag, this is her whoopsie, old medium size.
Whoopsie?
Yes.
Whoopsie.
Oops,
Oops,
it's a bunny.
That's the name of the podcast this time. Oops, is a bunny. I
Well,
think.
well, it'll have to fight with the other one I wrote down.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. Maybe we can make it work together.
We'll have to talk about it.
We'll see. That's important.
So this is Fantasy, which is the 7th pattern by Kelly Brooker. I'm using Baby B Sweet Delight in the colorway Baby Fantasy. So I worked on this quite a bit during ACLS training when I was not on mannequin chest, making my arms ache with CPR. I was
That looks so pretty.
working on this.
I really like
This
that
is
color.
definitely a little girl hat.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of little boy ones, so
That would make a nice turtle shell.
it would.
Okay.
So there
There
we
you
go.
go. Fresh raspberries.
This is the small newborn size. So I intended to bring it on retreat and then decided against it, but then got a lot of work done on ACLS.
We didn't bring any baby hats with us on retreat, but we got plenty of work on other things. As you will see. Okay. Oop. I did have to go like a day and a half without doing anything because I was hurting my hand. Okay, my next one is in, this is in It Is My Bag, owl bag, her medium, which I think has changed since. This was not on the needles. This is another Yowza Weigh It Shawl 3 by Susan B. Anderson. I'm using US 8, which is 5mm. These are 32-inch circulars. And the Grand Dream colorway, which I had pulled out a project that wasn't anywhere. I mean, it wasn't even worth frogging. It was that small. So I made some progress. I worked on this on the retreat.
Great, but you didn't get much done on it.
No, not really. But I had to stop for a day.
Yeah.
I worked on this all the way up in the car, and I'm calling it Follow Your Dream.
It's pretty. It has more purple than you realized.
Yeah, it does. It has much more purple than I thought.
It has like these little bits of bright light blue.
It's got some light blues, some sky blue, purples, regular kind of a denim-y and a dark blue, and a little bit of teal right here.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's a pretty yarn.
It matches your bag perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be keeping this one or not.
Well, I honestly don't know if I'll be keeping this one.
That one?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I still haven't made up my mind.
But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a big purple person, but if the blue shows out more, I'll probably keep it. Okay.
Okay. My next one is this one. In my Ploverbird bat bag is a new project. I started this on the first day we got to retreat. So on Thursday night, first night I was in the hotel, I cast this on because I needed a new project, obviously. I just wanted something that I didn't have to look at the pattern on retreat. So obviously I couldn't work on the Weigh It shawl I already had started.
No.
I was afraid I need to constantly weigh it. I didn't, but
that's why we did this, right?
Yes, that was the justification. This is Buttercup.
Because we don't have an obsession.
No. This is Yowza Weigh It Shawl 3 by Susan Anderson. And I'm using Miss Babs What Is Gained in the colorway Squash Blossom. I didn't want to get new yarn. I wanted to use what I had in stash.
Susan B. Anderson.
Susan B. Anderson. I called it Buttercup, not after the character from Princess Bride, who I can't stand her.
Not the actress.
No, I just can't stand the character. I think she's obnoxious and not worth all the effort Wesley went through. She's really annoying. But I love Buttercups, the flower. Such a pretty flower, sharing a name with such an obnoxious woman.
It's a darker yellow. It's almost an orange for the Buttercup, but
well, it's probably more like a squash blossom, but it's pretty. It makes me think
it'd be pretty.
So I got quite a bit of work done on this. This is the same yarn you might recall that I use for my K.F. Jones pattern. Messalina, thank you.
It looks like a bib.
Well, right now it does, yes.
It reminds me of the conversation we were having with Chris and his wife about you as a baby. And
yeah. But
we won't embarrass you. Now you look like a lion.
I am a lion.
You look like a Prince John lion.
So this got a fair amount of work. I mean, considering that it was non-existent before Thursday.
I might have been closer to that if I didn't have to stop. But I'm not that fast a knitter either.
Yeah. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I enjoyed it the first time around. So
her pattern's very nice to work, and it's intuitive. You can just...
Exactly.
Go.
So I look forward to having this one. I wore the one that Bleer, the yellow one Bleer gave me. I wore that during the retreat. I actually wore the shawls a fair amount during the retreat just because it would be points where it's just too hot to wear a sweater, but I wanted a little something to cover me around the shoulders and upper arms. So the shawls are perfect. I wore Bleer's yellow shawl, and I wore it as a shawl, not as a neckerchief. And I wore my red one, which is the Weigh It. And I had a green one that I wore.
I forgot to bring my mantilla down here. I brought both Bleer's, the two that she gave me, and I brought the one that Brittany gave me.
And you didn't wear the shawls nearly as much as I did.
I wore the shawls, but I didn't wear the smaller ones. I got very, very hot there. So hot that it was uncomfortable. So I wasn't able to wear the I was taking things off, putting them on, taking them off. So I carried them in case I needed them, but I didn't need them. So, but I did intend to wear them, and I did have them with me. I had, especially Blair, I had your owl, the blue one, blue and white one. I really like that one. I like both of them, but that's the one I had with me.
Well, people thought that the yellow owl shawl was a part of my outfit. They thought it was part of my sleeves.
Yeah.
Very
pretty.
Yeah, so I got a lot of use out of my shawls over retreat. Much more than I ever anticipated.
Now, can I say the name for this surprise project?
No.
Or should I can't say the name of the doesn't say anything about it.
No, I don't want you to say the name. Oh, the name of the actual, like, when you named it.
Yes.
Yes, you
Okay.
can say that.
All right. This is a surprise thing. I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you it's called PETA. And yes, it's named after PETA from Hunger Games because I like PETA. And it's in my my Knitting's My Bag. Ha! A mystery that's not in my Silver Shed bag.
Yes.
Confused me. My Knitting's My Bag large sweater bag. PETA. And PETA. All I can say is PETA's cute. Yeah, PETA's cute. So that's that.
Okay. And I have a secret in the pink one, but I'll talk about that later. And by the pink one, this bag always has a secret in it. It never has something that is not secret.
Oh, I missed one. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you missed one.
Well, no, I have 6 altogether. I just missed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is my Plover Bird Kissing Bunnies bag, and we'll talk about this more later.
Okay, the one that I missed is the Ashley baby hat from the ribbed newborn baby hat.
How did I talk about 7 and you still have one after me?
I have 6.
But I just talked about 7.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any logical sense.
It doesn't. I only have 6. The bags are all here. This
Oh,
is
I have 6. Oh, that's why I haven't talked about one.
right. So this I made a little bit of progress on this. This is my baby hat. It will be. I'm hoping I can finish this relatively soon. Now that we're home and I can kind of pick and choose what I work, I can work on more projects. When I was in the truck, I can only do like 1 or 2 projects. They were basically the same. So my hands started hurting, so I had to switch off to do something else. But now I can switch to crochet or knitting and do my writing and do this, that, and the other thing, and hopefully that will allow me to get more progress done on projects. But I love this yarn. It's a little scratchy, but I like the way it works. So I know Talia doesn't like it, but I do. Not focusing.
It's just not my kind of yarn.
I can't.
It's too tweedy for me. I'm not a tweed person.
Can you see that?
Yes, they can.
Okay. So it's really pretty. This is the yarn, the Ashley yarn in the pale aqua colorway. And I'm using an H hook, which is a 5mm. And this is taking me a lot longer than it should. I can usually knock one of these out in a couple hours. But my hand gets cranky when I do that right now. So I'm not doing that right now. So Polly, you are very wise to take care of your hands.
The project, I actually almost...
Oh, wait. This is a plover bird. Plover bird, Animals in the Park.
The project I actually almost forgot to talk about is in my red PHN Silver Shed bag.
Are you showing it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Um,
When did you work on that?
I worked on it before we left for retreat,
Oh, right.
and then I worked on it a little bit after. I didn't work much on it after, but I did work a little bit after. You guys saw last week where I finished the main part of the sweater. This is the Fisherman's Cardigan, which is a Sarah pattern by Jennifer Hagen, using Baroque Comfort Chunky in the Barley colorway.
So pretty. Very soft.
So it's very soft. My goal is
This tells you that acrylic doesn't have to be rough.
yes.
This is very soft.
Yeah, it's portion acrylic and portion something else, but it's mostly acrylic,
Probably
which
not.
means it's machine washable.
But although, depending on the, let me see your ball band.
No, it's machine washable. I checked.
Oh, I know that it is. I just wanted to see what because it's more,
It's more acrylic.
if it's more, is it more acrylic or is it
It's more acrylic.
Yeah, let's see what the
It is.
80-20.
I want to say it's 80. Oh, it's 50-50.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's 50-50. So you
50 nylon, 50 acrylic.
oh, nylon acrylic. So you shouldn't have too much expansion then.
So
Swimming.
machine wash, tumble dry.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Um,
This is soft. I would love to make something out of this.
it does split. It's single
Does it?
ply.
Oh, single ply.
But so last week I had shown that progress. And this is gonna get some focus now this week. But
Oh, there you go. I was wondering what that was.
here is
I'm going to have to pick up some of those clipped things for my needles. Because I keep
and this is
losing.
from
There's an ad at the
Armoire.
bottom. Armoire.
Lizetta's Armoire.
Yes, Lizette's Armoire, I think it is.
Yeah.
This is really good. I'm going to have to pick up some of these because I keep losing the tips. They keep
Yes,
falling off.
these stay on really well.
Yeah.
So that's the beginning of the shawl collar.
Very cool.
So it's starting to look like a pattern.
Very nice.
After shawl collar's done, I just have to put on the zipper. I just need to focus on it.
Do you have a zipper?
Oh yeah, I have zippers.
Okay. Okay.
So
I did catnip.
do you have any FOs?
I don't.
I do. Hold on.
You put my little thing in the corner. Put my little thing in the corner.
Don't put baby in the corner?
Don't put baby in the corner.
Okay.
So, I'm going to put this one down here because I'm not ready for this one.
As she goes out of frame.
Yes, I need to be out of frame.
What is it? Cyril de Bergerac says, and he says blah 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 blah, and back to the what does he say? And now
It's
I
been a
repeat the
long
refrain.
time since I've seen
Something
Cyrano
to
de
he
Bergerac.
goes back to the refrain. He has his way of saying it, and back to the refrain. I don't know. I can't
And it's
remember.
a movie with Basil Rathbone as Cyrano.
No, it's not. It's
Is
not.
Basil Rathbone
No,
Cyrano?
it's not. It's
It is so Basil
No,
Rathbone.
it's not. I don't think it is.
It is too.
I don't think it is.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
She's checking it out so that we can see. I want to know because I didn't think it was him. Maybe we're trying to find out the proper of the movie that we're wanting to watch, the one that we watched. Not
Here's the actor.
yeah,
Um,
that's not Rathbone.
that is too Rathbone. Hold on. I know I'm right. IMDb. Really?
I knew it. Jose Ferrer. Yeah.
Really? I thought it was Basil Rathbone.
No, no.
I could have sworn. Okay.
But she knows she's right.
Well, I knew I was.
Uh-huh. Except that you're
He
not.
made me think of Basil Rathbone.
Well, he knows his swordplay, I think. Basil Rathbone was a swordsman, and he used to get annoyed with the people on Robin Hood, the set of Robin Hood, because he had to hold back because they didn't know what they were doing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Go on.
It's funny. All these years, I thought it was Basil Rathbone.
I know it wasn't. I just couldn't think of the name of the actor.
Okay. Anyway, it is finished.
Say Fini.
I have finished the horse blanket shawl. I finished it right before I started the yellow shawl.
Isn't that nice?
So I do still need to condition it, and I might want to block it a little bit, just to make it a little bigger. But
It is big already.
it is big already.
I love that, the way it falls. It's so pretty.
Look at that. It is a little bit itchy, but not terribly so. I still might want to condition it.
Oh, I think you should, because your skin is so sensitive.
And I've actually used it to read with over retreat a couple times. I sat up in bed, read a little bit of Princess in Tower, and fell asleep with it. And it
And
was
bent the
perfect.
cover.
Yeah, I did bend the cover of Princess in Tower a little bit, but it's okay. I fixed it.
She broke it.
But yeah, this has been perfect. I love this thing. I love the shape of it. Actually, Lacey won.
She's a friend of ours.
Who's a friend of ours. Tanya, you know her.
And yeah, Tanya Marie knows her. If you look back at our pictures from the Fiber Festival in this past year at Maryland, you'll see a picture of Tanya Marie, her mother, Talia, me, and this other lady, and that's Lacey one.
Yeah, and we've known her
Forever.
for years.
Yeah.
It's been almost 20 years.
Mhm.
But yeah, she liked it so much she had to get the pattern.
Yeah.
And wants to make one after she finishes tatting.
EY or Y for her?
I think it's EY.
Well, you can find it.
Yeah, I can find her. So,
Not that she has much time to look on Ravelry.
well, she had enough time to see that I sent her the pattern.
Yeah. Oh, she got it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
Seriously. I didn't trust her. She really wanted to do it, and I didn't think she'd remember, so I sent it to her.
Yeah.
But, yes, I love it.
And she's extremely talented.
Oh, my gosh, she tats.
That's
That's talented.
She's making a mantilla that I cannot even begin to imagine how time intensive and skill intensive it is. I mean, it's just these little itty bitty threads with little tatting thing. It's like shuttle, I think it's called.
Tatting shuttle.
Yeah.
Um,
Beautiful work. In
I
black.
should have taken a video of her tatting.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
But anyway,
Moving along.
it comes up to the neck, like so, which is perfect for those cold nights when being in bed, and it just rests nicely on the shoulders, comes down quite low.
I want to do this in that yarn you're using for your sweater.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Uh-huh.
Oops, such a
The bunny.
simple pattern. I really love this shawl. So it is my horse blanket shawl, and I'm probably going to wear it the rest of the podcast because I was a little chilly.
Oh, I'm hot. Okay.
So.
Anything else for finished topics?
Not at the moment.
Okay, we are moving on to royalties.
Yes.
We got a surprise at retreat. First morning we came down for
Yes.
breakfast. Our friend, and I can tell you her name because her name is very common. I won't give a last name. Her
Yeah.
name is Ruth. And she, we sat down at the table with her and she said, oh, I have something for you. I'm like, okay. Well, we waited. We had no idea. She doesn't, as far as I know, she used to knit and crochet, I think, but I don't think she does anymore. I gave her last year something just because I wanted to.
Yeah, it was a crochet,
One of your cows. Yeah, it was a cow made from the sorrel pattern. But she got us these on Etsy.
Look at
them.
them. They're
There.
knitting owls.
Isn't that great?
Initially, we opened each other's, and then I was like,
Oh,
oh,
she gave them to us, but
she didn't care which
she
one.
didn't care which colors we had. So
And I was like, I need to have the one with orange
yeah,
in it and red.
Aren't
And
they cute.
Mom had to have the blue and purple.
Yeah, blue and purple and yellow.
But look at them.
So
They're
cute.
little knitting owls.
This one's hanging in my craft room.
Yeah, I need to figure out where to put mine.
I hang it. Well, actually, it's hanging over my desk where I write and work, but that's still my craft room. And I just love it. It's felted. She said she got it from Etsy. And she said she was looking for something. She saw this and she thought of us, which I thought was so sweet.
So they're sitting on a little branch
Yeah.
with their knitting needles.
With their knitting needles and their knitting.
Yes.
Because they knit everywhere. Because that's what they do. And I just think it's adorable.
So precious.
Oops, mine doesn't want to see. He keeps. I think mine is a little shy.
Well, I'm making mine say hi.
Turn around. There we go. Oh, there we go.
So look, and definitely our colors.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Also, while on retreat, now you're going to think this was a retreat. You're not supposed to be buying stuff, but there was a shrine there, and the shrine has. Well, I wanted to look this up. I didn't have time, but it was originally just a shrine type of church, and now it is a minor basilica, and I'm not sure what that is. I have to look it up, as opposed to a major basilica or regular basilica. I do know that it
We ended
belongs.
up podcasting earlier than we anticipated.
Yeah.
So.
I do know that whenever the Holy Father comes to the United States, they have an umbrella now, for lack of a better term, that they open up. It's a papal thing, and the shrine is one of the Pope's churches because it is a basilica, a minor basilica. So they had, and Talia bought me this. They have commemorative rosaries. And so Talia bought me this one because I wanted it. And I couldn't, so there it is. They had two colors. They're limited edition.
And of course, it was the perfect colors.
Yeah. So Talia bought me this one.
Mine is red and gold. Which,
And mine is blue and silver, so which is our colors.
yes. And I love the weight of it. I like a nice heavy rosary.
It is a heavy one. I've been using this one since I got home, at home. I don't want to take it out
No,
of the house.
I have a talent for breaking rosaries. It's a special skill set. So I don't carry it with me. I can only use it inside the house, or else it'll be destroyed. I am the destroyer of rosaries. Kind of like the destroyer of worlds.
Oh, this is more bad. More bad.
More bad.
Now, I picked up some books. Only 3 this time. I was very good this year. Actually, I picked up 4, but 2 were free.
I left my Bible. I picked up in the other room.
One was a little booklet written by one of our family members, and I buy a lot. I bought a
And by family, she doesn't mean
Holy Family members
Yeah.
from the retreat. Usually I bought one this time. I forgot to bring it down here. A beautiful red mantilla. I forgot to bring it down.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But she had a book.
It's
a
funny.
She had a book that she gave me for free, and she signed it because she wrote it. These are holy cards. I'm going to put them away here. And then on another table, I found another book for free, which I picked up, and it's really good. It's about the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Free is the best price.
And this is a really good book. So I have that. I picked up these. I bought. This is for next year to help me with my meditation and stuff. Just to help me with my meditation and spiritual reading and things like that. I got this for next year. And I had one this year and previous years that when you open it up, it has lines. There's no lines in this one, but where you can write like a journal. And I was telling some of my friends at the retreat that what that did was it stressed me out because I felt like I had to fit everything I wanted to write in that page, whether I had to go up and down the margins or whatever, and I couldn't just put a few words because then I see all the space. So I'll use a notebook with this. And then this one is about journaling, a Christian growth, personal growth path. So this talks about journaling, and I'm using Moses and Job as examples. So I'm looking forward. This does have lines in it. I don't know that I will use the lines. I'm more concerned with how to do a journal in an effective manner to get the most out of what I'm reading spiritually, whether it's the Bible or a book of saints or a classic or a spiritual classic or whatever it is. So that's what I got at my retreat.
Well, oddly enough, in the Basilica bookstore was a mug that said "Have a blessed day" or "Java blessed day." Mugs are my weakness when I'm money. This has that recipe you're asking about, Allison.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee cake in a mug.
Which she made and didn't give me any.
I
at
let
all.
you taste
She let me
them.
have this much. She's like, I'm like, oh, I want the recipe. Oh, no. No. No, I can't have the recipe.
I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It comes with the whisk. And all the ingredients are things you can easily find in your house.
But you need to write that down in case it starts
Yes, I do.
fading out. And I want to write it down and see what,
Oh, and it's so yummy.
because this is in the microwave, right?
It is.
So if I write down the recipe and I make sure which mugs it'll fit, I can make my own.
Yeah. It should fit an average size mug.
Yeah.
Just make sure you mix it really well on the bottom because I had some flour that stuck to the bottom.
Yeah. It tastes really good.
Oh my gosh, it tasted so good. So I'll have to try to see if I can get to this recipe to you guys. I had to pick up this mug just for the recipe because I was reading it like that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I had it yesterday.
Okay, the last thing I got as a stash enhancement, it was a surprise. Talia brought it back after she did ACLS training. I stopped at the Daily Grind bookstore, and this is called The Medieval Underworld by Andrew McCall. Anybody who knows me knows I love medieval. A lot of my stories have an underworld component, and this is going to be really helpful.
And it doesn't mean like underworld as
Below ground
or it doesn't mean like hell.
No.
This means
this
like
is the criminal
the
element.
criminal elements.
I mean, it's talking about your bandits and freebooters and outlaws, your prostitutes, crime and punishment.
It would just seem like a really good resource for Mom for writing.
Church, state, and sin.
And it was really cheap. I got it for $6. Score.
The medieval underworld. I mean, it's just fascinating. It's right. I started reading the first page. I haven't had time to really look at it because she gave it to me last night, and I was busy. And today's been really busy too. Richmond, poormen, beggarmen, thieves. I mean, this was really fantastic. I'm excited about it. This is it's not a fantasy. This is a historical kind of book, and I believe it's a British book a British author.
I wouldn't be shocked because it's British
Because-
underworld,
yeah,
medieval underworld in
but-
particular.
But the reason I say that is because of the spellings. I was reading, and the first thing that popped out at me was civilization was spelled with an S, which is different than we spell it here in the States. So. that
So
was-
with an S where the Z is, not
right,
at the
right.
beginning.
Oh yeah, I should have clarified that. Yes,
Mhm.
it doesn't begin. It still begins with a C, but instead of having a Z in it, it has an S. So I'm really excited about this.
And at the same time, I was actually in that section to look to see if there's any Alison Weir books that I could get, or any Tudor books I can get on a discount, any of the ones that are on my Goodreads. The only one I could find that was on my Goodreads, because there were Alison Weirs, but I had all of them, except for this one. Queen Isabella. I'm not quite sure why it says in medieval England, because I think this is actually,
Well, medieval times is very fluid.
well, it said medieval England.
Oh,
Unless this
Isabella
is
of Spain.
that's what I thought. Unless this is, no, it's Isabella of England. I'm not familiar with her.
oh, cool. Maybe she married in from Spain.
No, this is 12-year-old daughter of King Philip of France. I am not familiar with her.
Okay,
Huh.
interesting.
Okay, this is gonna be cool. I thought this was Isabel of Castile, but it's not. Interesting.
Very cool.
So, this is a queen I am not familiar with, and she would be medieval time versus Tudor period.
That's okay.
No, I'm fully happy reading that period as well. I'm looking forward to this. Because I know absolutely nothing about this particular character in history. And this one I got for $5.
At the same
Oh,
place you got
$5.50.
mine.
Sorry.
Same place you got mine.
Yes.
Do you have something else?
Oh, she had the an odious nickname, the She-Wolf of France.
Ooh. Cool.
Bef-
You had something else.
Yes, I do. Before I go into that, something else. Autobiography, quickly in the same vein. My book that I bent the cover of, it was a back cover, it's all fixed. I've made a dent in Alison Weir's The Princess in the Tower. I'm a little over halfway through. I heart this bookmark, which is a gift from a PHNer who I believe we kept nameless.
It was very nice of her.
Oh my gosh, she made
I
herself
use-
and it was awesome.
Mine is in one of my meditation books.
Mine keeps getting lost in the bed and I have to find it again. But yes, this book kept me company over retreat. Basically, I would read myself to sleep. I actually slept quite well.
Except when I wake you up.
Yeah, I was reading and I didn't realize I fell asleep and she woke me up. She called the room.
And it was early.
Well, I fell asleep while reading. The retreat wiped me out. So Princess in the Tower. So
Other one.
that leads me on to other and
No.
What?
You forgot Daddy's. The gift Daddy gave you.
oh, I actually didn't bring it in here.
We'll just discuss it.
Blast. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. It is the Kings and Queens of England, and it's a very good resource starting from the beginning of English royalty. And I'm actually not sure what the end point is because I haven't gotten that far.
It's great because it has these little timelines on
Oh,
each
it's
page.
amazing, and it's a great way to refresh knowledge, especially if I'm reading one of my biographies, and I run into a king that I'm not familiar with. I can refresh my memory. So that is good. I read a couple kings. I think there are like 3 kings in.
We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts
Of England.
afar.
England are.
Okay. I had one more gift as well. My husband picked this up for me. It'd be upside down if I leave it on my watch on my wrist. He picked me up this. I don't know if you can tell. It's a Minnie Mouse. He said it's kind of a joke gift, but I'm wearing it because he said I couldn't get my light wasn't working on my watch. So, let's see.
Oh my, that's blinding.
It's very bright, almost too bright. Where you look at it, you're like, whoa. But I'm wearing it. I like it. It's a Minnie Mouse watch. And he said he just, he wanted to pick me up something, so he did. I like it. I don't like pink, but that's okay. I'll wear it for Pinktober.
But yes, I'm going to have to clear out an area in my room for my history books.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of culling of my stuff because with Daddy painting upstairs, before I put everything away, I can say, this is wet, this is wet. No, this goes, this doesn't, type of thing.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I have something that I wanted to show you, but I don't have it because I talked to the person and the person's going to bring it to Shenandoah, so
Yes.
I don't have that. Okay, that brings us to Obsessions. Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival is this coming weekend.
Yes.
Very excited about it. If you are in the Virginia area, it is in Berryville, Virginia. This Friday is the setup day. I think there's classes on Friday as well this year.
Yes, there
But
are.
it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's not open to the general public unless you're taking classes. Friday is only open Saturday and Sunday for the general public. And it's their 10th anniversary, so it should be a lot
Yes.
of fun. Talia and I will be helping all day Friday, and we'll be 1 hour on Saturday. I think we usually help in the morning early, and then we just kind of do our thing.
Yes, we will be around.
We will be
floating
walking
where
around, floating around. So if you see us, we're likely to be, you might see us at Dragonfly Fibers, or you might see us at Marigold Jen.
I will have the cowboy hat on,
Mhm.
and on Saturday I will have my Franciscan Gypsy Designs T-shirt. On Friday I will have the Batman knitting T-shirt.
I have no idea what I will be wearing. It depends. Usually they give us a T-shirt,
I plan this.
so I don't know what I will be wearing. I usually have my little white hat on for these kind
Yes,
of things.
she generally does. I will have the cowboy hat.
So if you see us, stop us, say hi. We'd love to talk to you. There is a podcaster/crafter meetup at 1:00, and my understanding is it's the building behind the building where there are tables, picnic tables, and the food court type of thing. It's behind there. So that's at 1:00. If you don't see us and you want to see us, we're going to be there at 1. We're going to try to be there at 1. So last year somebody saw us at lunch and sat down and talked to us for a little bit.
Oh, that was fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually ate with us. They just got the picture
Yeah, I think they had
taken.
already eaten.
They had already eaten. But we got pictures taken with them, and that was really fun. So, yeah, if you see us, please feel free to say hi. We'd love to talk to you.
Yes. We got a selfie stick, but it really doesn't work.
It doesn't work very well. Do you have anything, or can I go on to my writing?
Go into writing.
Okay, I did some writing during the car trip, which surprised me. On the way up, it wasn't very coherent, just kind of bits and, dribs and drabs. Excuse me. On the way home, however, and at home, I'm not sure exactly which, I did quite a bit. I would say about 800 words to the shared story, but way ahead in the storyline, just to kind of, so I don't forget what I want to say, and I'll do some fleshing out, and then as we get to that point, we can make changes as needed. But I did some writing, so that was good.
I did a very little work on the shared story. I did, I think, before retreat. I haven't had a chance to work on it since I've come back.
Mm.
It's hard to get for me to get my writing done when I'm up during the day.
It's hard for either one of us to get things done during the day when she's up all day, because our schedules are off. We normally will work out in the morning early before she goes to bed, before I start my day, and then the day will get started. But when she's up during the day and my husband is off, the whole schedule is just up in the air, and we haven't worked out, we haven't written much, and it's not my husband's fault. It's just the nature of the beast.
Well, it's just the throwing, mix up the schedules.
It's the schedules. I mean, it'll be mixed up until we're done with the Fiber Festival.
Yeah.
We'll get back on again on Monday. In fact, my work, I'm going to start again on Monday, even though he sent me my stuff. I told.
And we'll be starting doing the podcast again on Monday.
Well, yeah, you're going to have. We're only going to have today's Wednesday. We're going to only have 5 days between this podcast and the next one, because we're going to do it right after the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival. Most likely on Monday, possibly on Sunday, but probably on Monday.
Probably Monday.
So, so we'll be back on schedule for that, and then life will get, for 2 weeks it'll be normal, and then we're going to Boston. So, Talia and I go to Boston. So, we'll figure out how we're going to, leave the podcast. We'll probably do before, and then we'll get back. So it might be a little bit of a distance between, or maybe not, because I think we're getting back here by Friday.
Yeah, I have to check the schedule.
Have to check the schedule, but just to let you know, that's going to be a little bit in flux for about a month, and then we'll be back on schedule.
Because I didn't expect to be sent to a conference. That was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to be so close. I didn't expect it to be sent at all, and then have it right on the heels of my vacation.
And she gets paid for it. Yay!
Yeah.
Doesn't get charged for vacation or anything.
I don't even have to pay for my room. It's
Yeah,
sweet.
that's great.
But okay.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to go back and look at YouTube recently, but I do want to thank. Well, first of all, I want to thank Pettis Kim Knits, who is Kim, of the Crafty Nomad podcast, for the very lovely shout out she gave us. It was very nice of her. Thank you, Kim. And we want to thank the people who commented on YouTube. I don't know. I think I froze.
No, that's as far as it goes.
Well, I had. Anyway, I have some thank yous, YouTube comments,
But
it didn't
show notes
somehow, for some reason, it's not showing it.
hold on.
But I want to thank Sissy. I think it was Sissy Knits and Crochets.
Oh, you didn't actually write it down.
I did write it down, but I guess it didn't transfer.
That's weird.
Sissy Knit and Crochet, I think it was. I can't remember who you were. I had you written down, and somehow I lost it. So please forgive me for not remembering your names, but we appreciate.
I refuse to forgive you.
I think one was Marin. Was that the one who asked about?
I can't remember.
She asked about where to send the baby hats. Was that this time around?
I think so.
Anyway, there were 2 or 3, maybe 4 comments on the YouTube that I saw, and I didn't get a chance to really reply to, but I did see them. I did read them. And
Well, we ended up going to retreat.
yeah, so we want to thank you for taking the time to watch and to comment. We appreciate that very much. I do not see the Instagram, the iTunes ones, because for some reason I can't see them. So if you do say something on iTunes, I don't see them. I can't see them for whatever reason.
I haven't checked iTunes in a while.
But if you do, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I think that's basically it, unless you have something. Oh, yes, I forgot.
Okay, so I've been discussing this on and off for about a week. And yeah, I actually finished another design.
Yay.
So it should hopefully be entering into testing tonight. I just need to do the tutorial videos. That is actually what is in this bag, is all the pieces for the tutorial toy. I finished it right before the podcast. I just didn't get a chance to record the tutorial videos because I had several hours less than anticipated.
Can I say that can I mention that my mystery?
You don't mention the pattern yet.
Right, but I can say that's what I'm working on. Yeah, that's what I was working on in one of my bags.
So, I hope you'll find this little guy as cute as I do.
I love him.
I think he's adorable. He's a quick pattern to work up.
He is.
It takes about, if you're working on him pretty consistently, it takes about 2 days. And
Polly, this would be a good one for you to start after the turtle.
yeah. He's actually small for
the toy along.
He's small for one of mine. So without further ado, and I wonder if you're right, Brittany, if you guessed.
Did she tell you what it was?
No, she wouldn't tell me what her guess was. And she only saw the little shot I did of the eye. Meet York.
He's cute.
And in case you haven't figured it out, he is an owl. And I use West Yorkshire spinners in the owl colorway to get the speckling. And he's all West Yorkshire spinners. He is a Yorkist. I drank Yorkshire tea a lot while crocheting him. He's a West Yorkshire spinner made owl. No, he's not. He's mine. Give him back to me. York.
Mine.
York.
Go ahead and say your biography.
I need him.
No.
I need him.
No.
So he is a pretentious little owl. He is of Yorkist persuasion. His ancestors belonged to Edward IV, and he is very offended at the Lancastrian birds for their part in tumbling over the dynasty. So he is very focused on setting the record straight on the Yorkists and bringing them back into favor. So he believes he is of royal blood. So this little guy is York. The other one in the bag, that's Gloucester. And he is of the Yorkish clan as well. I almost named him Lancaster, but Lancastrians are actually are not of the. They were the rivals battling in the Battle of the Roses. So I wasn't going to name a Yorkist bird Lancaster. So I made him Gloucester instead. So yes, I am very happy with him.
Should name him Yarmouth.
But Yarmouth isn't.
It's a place.
I know, but it's not a member of the.
Oh, I know. It's not a member of anything.
So.
I bet there's a name for that somewhere. Right.
It just needs to be whether or not they're Yorkist
or
Lancastrian is important. So, there he is. I'm very happy with him. He's really small. I haven't measured him yet. Very small for one of my patterns.
About 10 inches, I think.
And this is an Aran weight yarn. British term of Aran. I'm not sure if it matches up our Aran or not.
Well, it's not as big as the yarn I'm using, I don't think.
So, I think he's really cute. I'm very
him.
happy with him. He's mine.
You have other birds. Owls are mine.
So, yes, he worked up really quickly. I was very inspired by the yarn. And then his name just came to me just from all the reading I've been doing of medieval England at this point, because he's pre-Tudor. Because the Tudors were Lancastrians to begin with. So,
very cute.
This pattern will be coming up for testing tonight, hopefully, because I just want to put together a tutorial bird, which is Gloucester.
Now, if they want to use it for the toil-on, they can, as long as it's, but they can't use the whips.
You can't use the whips for toil-on, but you can use
because it's in testing.
The finished object.
Once it's out of testing, which is probably about halfway through the toil-on.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Then you can use whips, but
because he'll be out a little bit after Bastet. Yes, my two most recent patterns are both named after historical characters. One is mythological, Bastet, and the other one is actually historical, which is
hysterical.
So
hysterical.
Yes, I am very happy with him. I literally finished this bird right before leaving for retreat. Then I decided I needed to edit him a little bit, so I did as soon as I came back. And I'm very happy with the finished results.
Very cute.
Very different from some of my other patterns. He's a lot smaller.
I like him.
But this yarn really helps with this pattern. Like I said, this is the owl colorway, West Yorkshire Spinners. This is the bird.
The bird
collection.
Yeah. The country birds collection.
I can see myself working an owl in each one of the different colors.
I would love to get. The only way I would maybe do again your cardinal is to get the cardinal or a blue jay colorway. Of course, that would be pretty solid, I think. Although there's dark colors variations in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a canary.
But I can see doing multiple different color owls. And I do plan on making a solid owl as well. Gloucester is, I had 2 skeins. This is a 1 skein.
Mm-hmm.
I still have yarn left over.
1 skein, but you have to use the other.
Oh yeah, you have the other colors for the color work, but 1 skein of the bird colorway, of the Aran weight.
Right, and the color work here is minimal.
Yes.
So.
And he does stand. There we go. On his own.
Why does he look crooked? Because it looks like he's going forward. He's not.
He's not. It's just the way the camera's angled. Yeah. And the wings help hold him up.
He stands up straight.
Yes, he does. The wings help hold him up. So, I hope that you are happy with him. I'm very happy with him.
I think he's adorable.
I need to take some promo shots, preferably outside, and with some of my Alison Weir books, particularly War of the Roses and Princess and Tower.
Tea.
And his tea. I got some pictures of him in the tea as well. but I also need to get some with the Book Elizabeth of York as well.
Mhm.
So, my little Yorkist bird.
He's adorable.
So I'm very happy with him.
Very cute. Okay. Oops, I closed my.
So this episode is either going to be called Oops is a Bunny or the Owl Theme Podcast. We'll probably call it Oops is a Bunny because, then you guys don't have any idea.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, that makes sense to me. But anyway, so we hope you like York, and I look forward to seeing the testers come up with theirs. I'm having fun making my York.
And I apologize, guys. 2 patterns out in testing at the same time. But York is a really quick, easy crochet.
Easy. I started PETA yesterday, and I'm already in the color work.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do, and not as many mistakes this time around.
Well, I went through when I typed up the pattern,
Mhm.
and I checked my math, and I really tried to edit closely.
Now, I didn't check for the things that you put in boxes because that's the same thing. I'm assuming you're cutting and pasting. Do you want me to check the typos?
If you want to, but yeah, I do cut and paste
Okay.
that.
All right. So is that it?
That's it.
Okay. So, thank you again for stopping by to spend some time with us. We hope you enjoyed the visit. We love having you with us. I have an owl.
That gives you an idea of how small he is.
Yeah. And if you do see us at Shenandoah, please do say hello to us. We look forward to seeing you Monday or Sunday, whenever as we podcast. In the meantime, have a wonderful week and weekend filled with every good thing. This is Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 173. God bless, and that's a wrap.